We've all been there. You finish watching a movie, the credits roll, you put your phone down, but something doesn't leave you. Days later, you're still thinking about one scene. Not because it had the biggest explosion or the coolest visual effects, but because it felt real, almost uncomfortably real. It reminded you of someone you know, maybe. It reminded you of yourself. So what makes certain movies feel less like fiction and more like life? Most people think great movies begin with imagination. They don't. The greatest filmmakers often begin with observation. They watch people, families arguing over dinner, teenagers trying to fit in, workers hiding their exhaustion, neighbors pretending everything is fine. A sociological filmmaker doesn't just ask, what would be exciting? They ask, what already exists, but nobody notices? That's the difference. A movie becomes believable when it reflects society before it entertains it. Imagine a delivery driver. On the surface, he's just delivering food. But look closer. He's racing against time, checking ratings every few minutes, smiling even when customers are rude. He's not just one character. He represents millions of workers living under the same pressures. The weak approach? Writing characters who exist only to move the plot. The stronger approach? Writing characters shaped by the society around them. Because people don't live in isolation. They live inside families, communities, economies, and cultures. Here's something strange. Sometimes, the most powerful scene in a movie isn't a battle, it's silence. Imagine a father sitting at the dinner table. His daughter keeps looking at her phone. Nobody speaks. Nothing dramatic happens. Yet, everyone understands the distance between them. That's sociology. Tiny, everyday moments, revealing massive social changes. The weak approach? Explaining everything through dialogue. The stronger approach? Letting ordinary behavior tell an extraordinary story. Now here's the biggest secret. The setting isn't just where the story happens. It's why the story happens. Think about two teenagers, same personalities. One grows up in a peaceful town. The other grows up where opportunities are scarce. Their choices won't be identical. Not because one is better, but because society quietly shapes both of them. Great filmmakers understand this. The city, the school, the workplace, the family, they're not backgrounds. They're invisible characters influencing every decision. Have you ever watched a movie and thought, that's exactly how it feels? That's one of the highest compliments a filmmaker can receive. Not, that's realistic, but that's my life. When audiences recognize themselves in a story, something powerful happens. The movie stops being entertainment. It becomes a mirror. And mirrors are hard to forget. Let's be honest. Not every movie needs to explain society. Some films exist simply to entertain, and that's perfectly fine. But if a filmmaker wants a story that survives long after the credits, beautiful visuals aren't enough. Even perfect dialogue isn't enough. People forget spectacles. They remember truth. A camera records what people do. A sociological story reveals why they do it. And maybe that's the difference between watching a movie and recognizing your own life inside one. Because the greatest films don't just tell stories. They quietly explain the society that created them.